Alright, so here we go. I'm recording this. Got a air cleaner running in the background. I've got the TV speaker sound bar on instead of my headphones. See if I get any feedback. I should not, because I have the gain turned all the way down on my Yeti, because it's an amazing microphone that will pick me up just fine. And then with the gain turned all the way down, it doesn't pick up any other noises in the room. And if it does, it will be very, very faint. So as the game scrolls around the board, I'll be a little more thorough on this video than I have in past ones, because I've learned a lot. And that's the great part about 5-minute games. I mean, I'll talk about that ad nauseum. For those of you that actually, have become fans or friends or whatever we want to call this, you'll understand that I'll bring up a lot. With all the machines, any new machines, first place that you should scramble into is 5-minute games. This is a tournament. I'm in 6th place currently. I want to see if I can do better. I'm hanging out with a handful of people that we're probably, change some spots here and there throughout this. I think there was 6 days left, 9 days left, something like that on this one. And the person in first place is got us 3-1. Like 151 million to my 47 million or 49 million. Can't remember which one it is. Doesn't matter. Either way, it's not close to first place. There's a way to get there. I'll explain it again as I go through this. The game, basically, you come out skill shot wise, a couple of different ways of doing it. And as you see, while this scrolls by, all of these wonderful words that are written in all of these lanes. Just keep nailing them, spell them out, see what they do. Each one does something a little bit different, and basically what you're going to have is those blue arrows that you see blinking underneath all the lanes and targets and everything else. That's hit them. That's what they're there for. When those light up, that means hit them. Because one of the hardest things about playing these games is to be able to play while paying attention to what the dot matrix board is trying to explain to you. So it's a very good thing to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it, because that is pretty much useless. And as a matter of fact, it would be going a little bit too far, but may try the game with that turned off. I've tried it before, I believe. I don't think I've tried it much, because it doesn't get in the way. But, there you go. You've got everything just lit up, shows you everything that's going to happen. So literally, what it's lit up, what it says, that's what's going on. Train, obviously, you're hopping that train. Bridge is, I believe, the same thing, only different. Mine, couldn't tell you exactly. Saloon Rampage, you get into a fight with the bad guy. Literally, she gets into a fist fight with him. You keep hitting the lit lanes, and you win. Wanted, lit lanes, you wind up winning what was on the wanted poster. Haboom or Kaboom and Taunt have theirs. Taunt looks like it's just a grab of some points that vary. What I'm going to do here is actually go into the board guide so we can get this down and lock it in. Most important thing that you may have seen, may not have, you weren't paying attention, but to the right of the board there is a ball. Coming right down to it now. See that ball right there? That's the one thing, bar none, that you want to focus on, especially in a 5-minute game, because you want to get it as early as possible. It's a 2-ball multi-ball, and you want to keep that 2-ball multi-ball going for as long as you can, because ramps like Wanted, I was getting at 1.2, 0.7 mil per 2 balls. So if you can keep getting those 2 balls following each other up that ramp, you're getting over 5 mil. No effort whatsoever. 5, 10, 15, 20. I mean, you could do that in 30 seconds, have 20 mil, if not more. So just think of what kind of a score you can run up in a 5-minute game. But besides that too, the 5-minute game has goals unto itself that you would play through to get other things opened up. So anyway, since we're in a tournament, 5-minute game, that's what we're going to focus on. The table guide. Here we go. So, table mechanics. The middle ramp can lead to 2 different windows of the saloon, progressing to different modes. Saloon Scuffle or Rampage Multi-Ball. Okay, I did not know that. So I kind of semi-explained it wrong. You can switch between them by shooting the sinkhole next to the saloon ramp. Well, I'll be darned. Did not realize that as well, so that would explain why one game I was playing, it was the game after I scored the 45 plus mil that put me in 6th place. I started spelling saloon, just started going, alright, gonna play this game different, just go up the center ramp, nothing else, just center ramp, try to hit the center ramp every single time. I got the salo, and the on wasn't lighting up, as all of a sudden Rampage is. Then I think I may have got the Salute before Rampage lit, or which one was which. Yeah, Saloon Scuffle. So I did end up lighting up Saloon if I did get the Scuffle. So interesting. There are 6 main missions which can be started in any order at different places. You can start all main missions at any time, except during multi-balls or if another mission is running, and as many times you want. That's the thing I kind of don't like, because you will, it just hurts in a 5-minute game, by the way. You know, make sure that, you know, as I explain some of these things that we're talking about getting through a 5-minute game. Anything that takes time to get to its end goal sucks in a 5-minute game. The shortest period of time for the highest payout is what you're always looking for when you're playing in a 5-minute game. So if you're going in and say restarting jail, you know, which is, it takes a minute, you know, you'll get paid fairly decent. I believe the end game payout to it is a 1 1/4 mil on top of maybe a 1/4 mil for each successive step in the process, which generally tends to be the standard video game of 3, sometimes maybe 4 things that you have to accomplish completely to get done. So each step might have 2 steps. Yeah, all depends. So like I said, it's something I'm not a big fan of in this particular type of play, but it is what it is. You know, that's what you're doing here. You know, it could be worse. You could be playing on a classic table as well. So, go from that to Saloon Scuffle. Alright, so I talked about, I'm still talking out of my ass, it seems like. Saloon Scuffle. This mission can be started by spelling saloon. Okay, so Rampage must have been a fight, right? Saloon is all about shouting people, and fist fighting. Believing that is meant to say shooting people. Okay, so you spell saloon at the middle ramp. Like I said, I explained how that can go back and forth. It explained how it goes back and forth. When you hit that barrel target, you will wind up. Is it the barrel target, or is it the yellow targets next to the ramp? And switch which. Yeah, that's what it is. You probably hit the yellow button on the right side of the ramp, gets Rampage going. The yellow button on the left side gets Saloon going. I'm betting those stars light up underneath. See, this shows you how much I pay attention to the actual play field while I'm playing. The only reason why I'm a pretty damn good pinball player is because I'm a pretty damn good pinball player. I've been playing pinball since I was... oh, geez. 10? I would have to say. 10 years old, I think I used to play the pinball machine at the Fraternal Order of Eagles Club. I believe that was in Euclid or Wickliffe, Ohio. And my grandmother was a member, so was my grandfather, which was a very prominent member because my grandfather was a founding member of that club. And I played pinball machines when we used to drop a dime, an actual dime, 10 cents into the game. And you would get, I believe even then it was 5 balls. And it was a mechanical play field. you know, you drop it in a hole that was a dish that would catch the ball. You would collect your score. That would be a mechanical turnstile type score. And then a mechanical button underneath would kick the ball back out to the play field, and you keep going. Hit it with your flippers, aim for targets, drop targets a lot of the times, which were plastic targets that when you hit them, you knock the lip backwards and the spring would pull it down. You know, simple mechanics. Everything was mechanical, no digital. That's why what's really great is the fine job that Zen Studios is doing on their Pinball FX games with the Williams collection that they're putting together, because these were all those said mechanical pinball machines I was talking about. And turning into the digital era, adding a few things, you know, like think, don't look stupid. Two of them, which Road Rash, with the characters that actually speak, mechanically, of course. But you know, we're getting closer and closer to a digital pinball machine. But Zen does do them all a great justice. They do. You can tell they love what they do. They put a lot of work in, do a good job. I'm rambling. All right, so we're getting past this one. The saloon is about shooting people, and fist fighting. You will have to shoot drop targets emerging from the play field until all the bad guys are defeated. So there you go. Tap, 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 done, gone. Train robbery. I dislike this immensely during a time game because it takes a lot of time to get it done. I've gotten to the second window. So go through this where you have to hit those side targets, only one of which will be lit, like a half a dozen times. It opens the trap door. You shoot the trap door, it drops down the trap door, it goes up to the second car. You get to the second car, each one of those lights light up one at a time. So you have to hit each one of those one at a time until it opens that center door. Hit that center door, so it's then going to put you in here. Not a good game to play during a time game. So, like I said, to start this mission, you must shoot the lower left ramp. Excuse me. To spell out train. The next shot will land in the train, which will start the mode. This time you have to stop a train robbery, which will take you to a separate mini play field on the top of the train. The mini play field has 3 stages. You must make it to the car loaded with gold by shooting loops, cardboard targets, and then sinkholes. Jailbreak. Jailbreak, not so bad, but for a time game, it takes some time. You must shoot the jail bars 4 times to spell out jail, then lock the ball to start the mode. Usually what's going to happen is your upper left side flipper, you can use that to hit either the ball to knock it up into the target, which is always advised, and if you miss low, you're going to hit the jail, either of which is fine. So no big deal. Just like now, if you were aiming for the ball on the right to start the multi-ball and you miss it, you hit the taunt spinner. Good miss. You're still racking up some points. So, okay, so Cindy will attempt to free the innocent people who were put to jail by the sheriff because they spoke up against his dirty ways of controlling the town. Yes, folks, there is a deep story that goes on in this pinball machine. This mode will take place during the nighttime, which is really cool. They actually take the music away. Some of the sound effects away. They put in chirping crickets and all that. You know, it truly is represented as a nice little nighttime deal. So, 1 drop target will appear at a time, which represents a sleeping guard. Each knocking out of the guard, you can free a prisoner. Then another drop target will emerge. So what you have to do is you have to hit the target. Boom! After the target's gone, you have to go back up that exact same lane to free the prisoner. Then another drop target will emerge, and so on. Lather, rinse, repeat. Keep going. 3 prisoners must be set free to win the mode. 10 bumper hits will set off an alarm, which will wake up the guards. This means all drop targets are up, so you must shoot them all to finish the mission. I've done that a lot, where I've shot like 2 or 3, and I'll have 3 pop up at the same time, usually on the left side all together, one lane after the other. Shoot the hardest one. Aim for the hardest one. The one that you personally have the most trouble with, because that's the one thing about pinball, is something I find is hard, like say that right lane, hitting that ball. You know, I find it difficult, but I guarantee you the person that's got 151 million in the tournament that I'm playing in right now probably doesn't. Because that is probably going to be one of his easiest ways to do that. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, there are elements of this table that will get you a 10 million score, you know, an 8-figure score, so of 10 or 20 million. So, you know, I'm sure they're aware of those too, and they knock those in, and bada bing, bada boom. You know, you are jumping up quick. So anyway, so there you go. That gives you how that whole thing works out. You move on to short fuse, and that's just basically hitting the barrel hole, which it's funny the way that works because you can hit it. If you're good at baseball, that's the one thing that's fun about pinball. Pinball and baseball work together really well because pinball it's eye-hand coordination, and you want to swing that flipper at certain times to get that ball to go in a certain direction you want to go in. So if you wait a little bit longer as the ball comes towards you, okay, we're going to do this. Let me explain it thorough but short. We're going to use the left flipper because we're going to use that barrel hole that we're looking at as the shot. It's going to shoot it back at your left flipper. The longer you wait, the further right the ball is going to go when you strike it with the flipper. The shorter you wait, the further left it's going to go, and then as you time it perfectly, you can shoot it straight back up the middle, which would be right back up into the barrel, which I've done that many times. You'll see that in some of my past videos that you do that. But then what's funny is when you hit it 2 times in a row, rapid fire, it will then soft lob you the ball back. That will usually wind up ending up more towards your right flipper, taking you out of nailing it again. But anyway, so you nail it a certain amount of times, these barrels come up, not like this all at once. They will come up, I believe, 2 at a time, 2 or 3. Just keep shooting at them, bang, bang, bang. You shoot enough of them, it's over. You get your points, you're done, you're gone. Bridge business. The sheriff is expecting his former gang from the north to arrive with a 2 o'clock train. Their arrival would seal the fate of the town forever. There's only one way to prevent this. Blow up the bridge where the train would pass through the canyons. This mission can be started by shooting the left orbit, spelling out bridge. That's B-R-I-D-G-E for those of you that don't understand. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that you will have to do this. You have to plant the dynamites in a hurry. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. I don't know how to read all of a sudden once I change the accent of my voice. You have to plant the dynamites in a hurry up mode before the train crosses the bridge. After planting the dynamites, another timer will start. You have to ignite the fuse by locking the ball in the hole next to the right bumper. After the lock, the bridge will collapse in a series of explosions, and bada bang, bada boom. Go from Texas to Italy. You will lose. You score. I don't know if that's funny or not, but we'll leave it there. Anyway, so that's bridge business. That's by hitting that lane all the way to the left. Lighting up bridge, hitting your 3 pieces of dynamite, 3 sticks of dynamite, and then hitting it into the Rampage multi-ball back hole that's pointing to their last. Kaboom! Spelling kaboom by shooting the mini loop will start this hazardous mission. Evan decides to defeat Cindy by throwing dynamites at her from a safe distance. I figured this out without reading this, which was dumb, because what I was doing was trying to shoot the ball at the dynamite, and that doesn't work. You have to shoot it at whichever lane is lit up blue. Doesn't matter which lane, hole, whatever, wherever that blue bar is, and do it before the dynamite gets to the left side missions, where you have starting from the bottom, jailbreak next to Cindy's face, train robbery, and saloon scuffle. Looking at a 100-inch screen with my glasses on, still can't read it. That's about the point when you're going to get into the air where the dynamite's going to explode. So you got to hit it before then. The sooner you hit it, the closer it blows up next to him. So that's where it will work out great. So anyway, that's the whole thing. Again, hit the lighted blue arrows. Great game for playing a full game. Not a great game for playing in a 5-minute game. Final Battle. Never played this, so we're all learning something to do together here. Final Battle is the wizard mode of the table, which is available after you started each of the main missions. Notice that it says started each of the main missions, which is great because this means that you don't have to complete each one. Be thankful for that because that is very, very difficult to do on any machine. I don't care how easy the tasks are to get you there. To get to final mode on any pinball machine is difficult. After this, a 3-ball multi-ball starts with most of the lanes lit for jackpot. When a jackpot lane is shot, it will become relit after 15 seconds. So don't be discouraged when you keep hitting that same lane and nothing's happening. The jackpot score can be increased by shooting all the jackpot lanes within 15 seconds. So that's how many? 3? I think it's 3 at a time, right? Because I would hope that in 15 seconds. To do all 7 would be real difficult in 15 seconds. With the sheriff fled, Cindy is the new sheriff of the town. If you have won each main mission, the wizard mode will start with 4 balls and higher jackpots. So that's the incentive to try to finish each mission. So you play it, you don't finish it, try to restart that one again and try to finish it. The thing is that it's hard to keep all that on the table. So that's where we start getting into the meat and potatoes and learning where ball saves are, kickbacks are, multi-balls are, extra balls are, because these are things that extend your life on the machine for as long as possible. Most of the lanes have punch and pistol lamps. If no mode is running, you can collect either set to start a side mode, early days, or shooting practice. Shooting the hole under the sheriff's star will switch between the sets to collect. So there you go. The hole underneath the sheriff's star is, sometimes you'll hit it if you hit a post. The sheriff's star will spin. If you can get between the posts, it drops down the hole. That's when it'll kick out the glass of the building next to the crooked sheriff and drop down in front of your right upper flipper, which then you can shoot to hit the train or the mine ramps or shoot it back at the sheriff's badge. A little too thorough, I know, but hey, what the hell? Why not? We're only at 23 minutes. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Shooting the hole into the sheriff's badge between the sets to collect. Okay, yeah, that's just telling you which one to collect. So shooting practice then is her talking about how, she learned to shoot when she was a little girl and lights up a bunch of lanes, shoot at them, lather, rinse, repeat. That's the way that they all work. So the early days, Cindy had to learn how to fight the hard way. There you go, showing ramps and everything are lit up, boom. There were many rude boys in town who didn't seem to care if they had to beat up each other or a girl after completing all 7 punch lanes. The move will start with cardboard targets randomly popping up on the playfield. Each of them has a timer and a decreasing reward. The sooner you hit the target, the bigger the score. Those are always fun and a great reward. And I do have a video that I don't believe I was shooting an extended one. I believe I went and captured it after the fact because I wound up hitting up the early days quick. Bang, 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 bang. So scored high because, like it says, the quicker you hit it, the more it scores. Shooting practice, you can relive how Cindy learned to shoot. There you go. She practiced with a weapon she found when no one watched after shooting all 7 pistol lanes. That's the lane one I was describing earlier. After shooting all the 7 pistol lanes, the mode will start. Some junk would appear on the table, such as cans, bottles, etc. You shoot all to complete the mode. I've never finished the mode. Very tough one. Very tough one. I think I've come close to getting all the guns. I fell to within maybe 2. Duels. I hit these, and they are difficult. There are 6 different gunslingers in town to deal with. You can start the mode by shooting the sheriff's star 10 spins. That's real simple. And then shooting the ball into the left bumper locker. There's some games I'll play where I can just nail it with my eyes closed. There's some games I'll play where I just cannot hit it. After this, when you shoot the lower left ramp, a magnet will catch the ball at the left flipper and a random selected drop target will pop up. If you shoot the right ramp, the same will happen, just with the right flipper arm. So basically it is, you're going to be ready, when it's go on the duel, you're going to go ahead and wait for the ball to drop at the right point on the flipper to hit the lane that's lit up, because they will not all 3 be lit. And it's as simple as this. If you hit the blue lane, you win. If you miss it, you lose. Done. Simple. If you shoot the right ramp, the same will happen. Okay, the magnet will turn off after 4 seconds, and you have to shoot the drop target fast before it disappears. So you got 4 seconds. Now think about that. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. That's not a short period of time in the context of what you are attempting to do. It takes less than that for it to roll all the way off your flipper. Okay, so that's the way to think about it. The whole thing is how fast it's going to roll down. So what you need to focus on, and the best thing about a 5-minute game, because you can practice it over and over and over, is keep catching the ball, keep letting the ball bounce off the flipper. You don't want to use to the flipper. You do want to keep practicing, and keep looking at your flipper when you flip the ball. Keep looking at your flipper when you flip the ball. Keep looking at your flipper when you flip the ball. Keep focusing on what point the ball is at on that flipper every single time. You ingrain that, you get that muscle memory going. Now you know where the ball needs to be. This is how people can turn around and hit that ball on the right over and over again without thought. And they can hit it over and over again without thought, no matter how fast it's going. Because then the next thing that you want to practice, besides your juggling and catching, is, all right, when it just comes down the lane, quick, can you react fast enough? All right, we're not throwing you a curve now, we're throwing you a fastball. This thing is coming in with some juice. Can you time your swing to hit the target you want to hit? Or, you can hold your flipper down and let it just jump off that one to the other and, go after something else. There are a lot of other things on the board worth points. The whole thing, though, it's economy of scales. Again, we're playing a 5-minute game. Rampage multi-ball. Anything that says multi-ball you want to play. After spelling Rampage by shooting the middle ramp, you can lock balls into a revolver for a short time only, so be quick. After locking at least 2 balls, you can start the multi-ball or spell Rampage again to lock more balls. Keep it going, baby! This frenetic multi-ball will have changing jackpot lanes. Shooting a jackpot lane twice will switch it off and activate another one. So you are going to, at that point in time, sit and you'll have to take a peek every once in a while. Where's my lane? After that, only focus from Cindy's eyes down. Whenever you're doing a multi-ball of 3 balls or more, you cannot focus on the whole table. You will lose balls because you will not see them go by you. You want to focus down where you're hitting the balls at to keep them in motion for as long as humanly possible. And as many in motion for as long as possible. So like I said, Cindy's eyes down. So that would be train robbery and bridge business down. So there you are. Wanted. Spelling wanted by shooting the right ramp will start a mode where Cindy chases and catches a bandit and collects the reward. The reward and score would vary depending on the condition of the captured bandit. Worth's much more alive, Cindy will use her pistol, less points, or her fist, more points to defeat the bad guy. So the whole thing is, there you go. There's blue lit lanes. Shoot at them, finish the mode, move on. Taunt. In this mode, you have the opportunity to mock the hell out of the sheriff. And who doesn't want to mock the hell out of authority? Especially in this day and age. Alright, in this mode, yeah, we read that already. After spelling taunt, the mode starts. Each successful shot means another taunt and a hint that the sheriff is a corrupt man who will not stay in business much longer. We are going to run this man out of town. The sheriff will become more and more angry as you progress in the mode. Then again, there's train trouble one more time. Okay, so if you collect 30 bumper hits, that's how you activate it. You see those wheels spinning on the left-hand side of the board. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bang, bada bang, bada bing, bada bang, bada bing. And there you go. You're up on the train after you shoot it up that ramp. Locking the ball will start a mini playfield mode. Cindy is after the sheriff's deputy, who's trying to escape the town by train. Chasing him through 3 different stages. Train multi-ball, starting a mode on the mini playfield, also locks a ball for the train multi-ball. After 3 locks, a spectacular multi-ball will start, as the train will pour the balls to the playfield from the wagons. So there you go. Start bang, bang, bang. These things that I'm reading and going through really quick and not blabbing on and on and on endlessly about are ones I have not played yet. Looking forward to it though, I can tell you that. Wild Card Award. I love spinners. Always love spinners. Spinners are fun on pinball machines. Shooting the wild card spinner will fill up a bar next to it. Where is that bar? Those cards up there, I'm guessing? The bar would reach its maximum when you have earned 50,000 points from the spinner. 1 spin equals 1,000 points. So how many times do we have to make it rotate, kids? 50. So, probably have to get it through solid 2 times, maybe 3. And you are going to get 50,000. This will give you a random award. Well that explains things. I think I mentioned earlier about how I got a million on it before and I've gotten 5. Well, that's because it's random. It has nothing to do with how many times you do it. Although I'm sure the more times you do it, the more you're going to get. So you get extra ball, which would be fantastic. Ball save lit, which is always fantastic too, but just not quite as great. Extra ball lit, kickback lit, 1, 2, 3, or 5 million points. I don't know why they left 4 out. What I got against 4? Sons of bitches. The Golden Pact. The deal is as simple as it gets. Clear out the mines from bandits and you get your share of the gold after shooting the upper left ramp with the upper flipper 4 times, spelling out mine. Like I said, it comes down to the upper right flipper. You can hit train or you can hit mine or you can hit the sheriff's badge. We're talking about mine right now. So let's finish this one up and move on. There will be several drop targets to shoot, each of them increasing the reward for finishing the mission. So basically, try to get them all. Get a big amount of points. Done. Sharpshooter multi-ball. This mode can be started by hitting the captive ball 4 times. After the 4th, Cindy will shoot the captive ball so it will be released and a multi-ball starts. Jackpot lanes will become available. Shooting the sheriff's swaga. Turn this sucker back on. Shooting the sheriff's star. Oh no, my batteries are dead. My batteries are dead. And I do not have batteries in this room. This is a horrible thing. I do apologize. They are my rechargeables though, so give me some points for being eco-friendly. I will be back in about 30 seconds. Alright, so that wasn't quite 30 seconds. How about that? Not bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. But I'm pausing for another 10. Thank you. Okay, so it was 10 seconds the first time, maybe 30 seconds the second time. So it's opposite day, whatever, backwards day. All right, here we go. Let's finish this up. So the sharpshooter multi-ball, that is the one that I keep touting about during the 5-minute game. It's something that if you are very accomplished and you have a fantastic game, you can knock that out quickly. If you can knock that out with, say, 3 minutes left and keep that sucker going for those full 3 minutes, you're going to score like a zombie. Because I've had those 10 mils pop up while that multi-ball was going on, so I think that might have something to do with those nice huge scores. Combos, those are easy enough. Hit a ramp or a lane, and every other lane is going to light up red. Hit it. Hit another one, hit another one, hit another one. The combo lanes are the 2 orbits. 2 left ramps, middle ramp, right ramp, and mini orbit. Shoot 1 lane will activate others, more combo shots in 1 streak, mean higher scores. By the way, I meant to mention too that it does, not all the reds will light, but a pretty damn good amount of them will. So you got that going. Extra ball, very important, always good to learn where these are at in any place that you can get them done. So like the spinner with the random, and then the barrel, which even if you get extra ball with the card spinner, that just lights it. You just still have to hit the barrel to get it. Extra balls are lit when the following happens. Oh, here I go. Why don't I just read this, which is what I just explained. Reaching streak 6 at combos. Random award mode chooses extra ball. The multiplier is at maximum. 1 duel 1. After all missions have been started. This means the wizard mode will start with an extra ball lit. So, that on a 3-ball game is a lot of extra balls. So get them. It's one of the one game that I was great at when I was a teenager was Black Knight. It's a Williams game. It's one of the first double-decker games that was out at the time. And it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. The only thing that sucked about it was when these were made back then, the second deck was, it shortened both the play fields. So you literally halved the pinball machine depth. So it would be like playing on one deck that's from the flippers to the sheriff, and then another that was from the sheriff to the back of the play field, all the way to the glass. So I was the king on that one. I was the wizard. I would just blow away the high score on anyone that I touched. You know, and I have fed, wow, the amount of quarters that I have fed into pinball machines and video games in my early lifetime before you could just buy something and plug it at home. Pong didn't count. Atari, alright, that's getting you out of the arcades. Now you can sit back and buy that cartridge for, I forget the cost back then, but now you can go ahead and play thousands of games that would have cost you, think about it, at 25 cents, 1,000 games is $250 that you would have to feed into the machine. So something like this where you can get extra balls like that, that's great. Extend your economy of scale on your purchase. I guess you can say. But anyway, that's how you get some bitchin' high scores when you're playing something other than the 5-minute mode. As I drone on about stuff that's not about the 5-minute mode, then I'm going to go back into playing. If you spell Cindy by collecting the letters, this is very important because I didn't pay attention to what happens with this because it just stays lit until something happens. From the in and out lanes, the wheel targets next to the right bumper will light up. That's those two little dots right there, which are very difficult to hit. It is the fourth option with your upper right flipper. You have to shoot the targets to progress the multiplier. The multipliers go 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, 8 times, 10 times. So very difficult to get. And multipliers are an awesome thing to have, especially on machines that have them where you can then lock them by doing it one more time. So your next ball, it stays lit. And if you can do it again, it locks it to the next ball, and so on and so on and so on. You can get some radical scores going that way. Kickbacks. There are 2 kickbacks on this table. I don't know why it is, but I always light that left kickback and have a hell of a time lighting the right one. 2 kickbacks on the table, 1 at each out lane. You have to hit all 5 star targets to light up the left bumper hole, which says kick. A successful shot to this hole will light up the right bumper hole back. So I, for some reason, can hit the back hole easier, but never to get the right kick back. And I have a hard time hitting the left, but I get the left kickback a lot. So, whatever. First on the left, then on the right, yada, yada, yada. These can be shot at any time after lit and will activate 1 kickback. First on the left, then on the right. Oh, it's hitting it twice. So that's what it is. I just rarely hit it 2 times. Gotcha. Copy that. Good to know. Stop talking out of my ass. The plunger will launch the ball towards the middle of the playfield. You have to find the appropriate strength for the shot to hit one of the 2 targets next to the right bumper. If you shoot too strong, the ball will go up on the lower left ramp, which will trigger a second skill shot chance. The mini loop and the right orbit will become active. You have to shoot one of them within a very short period of time. So, yeah, I don't even shoot for the 2 targets anymore, which is dumb because it looks as if that's a good move to make. Because what it is if you shoot for and go up the ramp but don't go all the way up, you're going to roll back down and you're going to roll in right where you shot the ball out. It's going to roll right back to that, and you are going to get a hidden jackpot of 1.5 mil. If you go too far up that ramp, you are going to come down on the left-hand side, use your left flipper, hit either the outside or inside right lane, and you will get 2 million for the outside right lane. I don't believe I've ever hit the inside wanted right lane to find out how much you will get for your skill shot there. But this also says if you can tap the target, which is easily done. You got to use the right stick to do it. I'm lazy these days. I like tapping the button. So I can guarantee the 1.5 or 2 mil usually by tapping the button. And that's it. So there's all your scoring opportunities, cable mechanics, all that wonderful thing. Let's go ahead and help Cindy save this wonderful tone. Tap, tap. I also play in Q2, and I missed all of my skill shots after all that bravado. The cool thing is you can relax and not worry because look, the ball just shoots right back up again. Comes off, go to the right, both times, still getting something out of it. Catch the ball. Nope. Shoots the ball. So you're always going to use that, either one of your right flippers to try to accomplish this feat. That's the thing that sucks, is it doesn't come off right. The other thing that's nice too is you also can experiment, like I just did there, and see how close to the tip of that flipper can I go, still have the ball bounce off to the other flipper. Simple mechanics. Like I said, I'm not an expert on these games. I just know how to play them. It'd be nice to have people like the cat that's got the 151 mil. They have their own little instructional video. Do a couple of vid caps while you're playing of the big feats that you're getting that are scoring you a shitload of points. Like I said, what you can do in 30 seconds when you have that 2-ball multi-ball going on. Hell of a video. Right, this one I want to dispel Cindy, so I'm going to let this ride out. There you go. Get that taunt. Ah! Just hitting that ramp on the left. Train ramp. It's pretty valuable right now. I'm blowing it.
People respect me in this town.
Alright, so now I'm kicking into combos. Hit the ball. See what I mean? Very difficult. Plus the fact that I'm not 1,000% focused right now. Just kind of wasting the time. Shooting the blue where I can.
Oh, second chance.
Do jail now. The one thing that's kind of cool too is even though you're playing a 5-minute game, is finding out that you got second chance, which means that you lit up ball save. And you weren't just getting your ball kicked back because you're in a 5-minute game. And that was a great back-to-back right there. It's kind of stuff that doesn't happen too often. You'd love to have happen. One thing that's great is when you start bouncing off these wonderful side bumpers, the moat, if you will. Alright, let's get these 2 balls going. Let's see if we can start racking up some points.
That was fun.
See if we can jump all the way up to 5th place. I mean, I'll take that. That's an improvement. Any improvement. Take ego out of it. Now, if you have no doubt what you hit and knew where your ball's coming down, that's the time to glance up. That's the time when you want to look up. See what are you supposed to be shooting at. That's where you're going to gain the highest amount of points. Ouch. Ouch. So yeah, the 7.5 mil's not taking me into any stratospheric standings.
Being a bounty hunter, I was always
But,
going after bad guys. Like this
you know,
fella.
now that I've read through everything, I'm also, willing to try and show you guys as much of what we read as possible too, for any of you beginners. So how's that for a lame excuse for why I suck this game? Because work on your excuses, kids. Make sure that you have a reason why you suck, because it certainly wasn't you. And I am so kidding. The best person in the world, the better human being in the world is the person that can human up. Because we can't use terms like man up. So the person that will go, hey, yeah, all right, yeah, I blew, I sucked, I didn't play worth a damn. That is on me. That was my fault. I screwed up. These are all fascinating and somewhat foreign statements for a lot of people. Learn them. They help. It's better than trying to figure out what went wrong when you knew it the whole time. So anyway, I sucked that last game, but you know, learned a little bit. Let's keep
You
going.
can best tell a town by its
Let's
saloon.
shut me up for a second. Maybe I'll just play.
Good for me, bad for them.
Ah,
Howdy, sweetie. I'm Sheriff Evans. Welcome to Rackham.
alright, too high. So I took the meter up to just about half. See the round meter above the little cannon, steam cannon. Watch which letters you got lit too. Ah!
That was close.
Ball save was lit though, so no foul. That is one way that you can get at least 50% of the targets too, is letting the ball drain. Although, you know, like I said, the bonus multiplier means nothing in a 5-minute game. Because in order to claim the bonus multiplier, you have to lose the ball. In a 5-minute game, you don't officially lose the ball. It can drain on you, but it's never lost. Let's keep shooting at... Alright, now that we know how to keep Rampage lit. And I was wrong about the stars too, by the way. Whichever side's flashing is the one that's lit on the center lane. That's Rampage right now. Which is a multi-ball. So I would say it behooves me to try and spell it. Which I'm shocked if I never have before. Alright, the barrel changes it. So I hit the barrel, and I changed it back. So now we play Rampage. Let's load the gun. That's not how you load the gun. That's how you load the gun. One round. Round two. Just hold that right flipper up. Catch it. Tap it in. Hold that right flipper up. Catch it. Tap it in. Now we just have to shoot the hole to start multi-ball. Make sure they mean that hole. And here we go, folks. I haven't done this one either. Let's see what this is worth. Alright, this is one you definitely don't take your eyes any higher than Cindy's.
Oh, second chance. I am on fire.
Alright, so I learned something very valuable. That is not to fixate on anything in particular. Try some new things and see what happens. Not seeing my lovely avatar face popping up with, hey, you almost beat your high score! So I'm not jumping up on that first place cat. As a matter of fact, I'm like throwing this ball up all over the place and not seeing a whole lot of scores. I got 18 mil for that. That sucks balls. It sucks silver balls. Silver pinballs. Watch where your head's going there, fans and non-fans alike. People that want to be fans that don't want to admit they're fans. People that are fans because they feel sorry for me. All of you fans, every one of you. People that are fans because they just can't look away from a train wreck. You know, everyone is. And of course, everybody's favorite fans of all. Trolls. Trolls are the best fans. Because they will tell you how to take anything successful and approve upon it. Because you're an idiot. And they're not. They're smarter than you. They're Elon Musk of everything internet. Watch your punctuation. Watch your capitalization. Watch your economy of words.
Quick! Gotta blow all the barrels before the stage
Watch your
arrives.
spelling. They'll come and get you.
Tournament results.
Trolls. Alright, we are coming up on 1 hour. I'll try and get one or
You can
two
best tell it
more
down,
games
guys.
in here. Just a 5-minute game, 5 minutes to an hour. Okay, let's take that little black needle there on the left. That's halfway. Let's turn it to about 1 o'clock. No, we want less. Let's go to about 10 o'clock. Too much still. Still enough to get the hit skill shot. Alright, let's see if we can knock out all these guns. There's 2. Now that we know the importance of getting it done, go after it. There's something we're going to get for it. Now that they're all lit, I'm just discovering where more and more of them are. Like that one, for instance. Ah! Can we finish the guns, sir? Now all of a sudden I can't hit that middle left lane or my favorite spinner. Which the funny thing is that it goes to the same place. You can hit the spinner almost with impunity. You can't hit the middle left lane. I mean, distance-wise, I don't believe they're the same. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh boy, too far. Overcompensating every freaking time. Come on. So what this is a 5-minute game of learning how to aim. This is going to score something big. Need to get to that upper right flipper to finish this off. Spinners and balls, spinners and balls. Those are the things that you hit in this game.
So, Rattlesnake Dan, Sheriff's right.
Well, now that we know how to spell
I'm off to the Iron
Rampage, yep, get into that too. Whoa, 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 settle down. Cindy's cute and all, but let's not get so excited. I am just having a hell of a time hitting the ball, getting this moving, starting that train. Alright, let's hit some dynamite
We'll wipe out this place once and for all.
and ruin the sheriff's plans, stopping the boys from getting here. Can we? Can we now? Hit it. Hit that fuse. Nice job, Cindy. And there's 5 mil. Kaboom. His posse ain't coming to town. something on that game. And I still can't get the ball. One of these days. And that was probably my best opportunity right there. Unbelievable. Uh-oh, last time it was with 10 seconds. I got 25 this time. Look at that. Look at that 2 million at a time for hitting the wanted rate. 2 million at a time. This is like Metallica. Nothing else matters. Cause nothing else matters. Alright, 31 mil. Now we're heading in the proper direction today. This Valentine's Day 2021.
You can best tell a town by its moon.
Now, go to 9 o'clock. There's target. And what else was I supposed to hit to get the extended skill shot? That was worth a whopping $500,000. That's almost embarrassing. Oh, I know what I did. Unless I didn't think I could do it, which is let it bounce off from one flipper to the other to make it happen. You got the idea on that last game how important it is to get this multi-ball with as much time left as possible. Which means there's some nonsense I should quit doing.
I always prevail in my duels. Unless I don't.
Alright, let's try a duel. I haven't successfully done a duel. I don't think I'm going to do one now. Because just starting it is tough. Especially for a loss of reflexes and not as keen of an eyesight human being. I would like to say, it's just excuses. But no. Just like anything else.
People respect me in this town.
You're by yourself a 58 Thunderbird. Hasn't been taken care of. Have fun driving. And even one that has been taken care of quite well. I've been
I'm the law here. You
not starting any fitness videos. Lately, there was a time in my life where I did do a pretty damn good job. Had my body fat down to very proud levels. I can't believe that you had a flashing blue light sitting in front of your face the whole time and you ignored it completely. Because you're focusing on something else. And why the hell was I talking about being in shape? Oh, because I'm not starting fitness videos. I don't know. Oh, I was talking about the deterioration of the human body. You age. But the fact of the matter is, as crappy and dumb and shitty as it sounds, the day that you are born, the day that you are C-sectioned or get pushed out of your mother's vagina, you start dying. It sucks to think about it that way, doesn't it? But that's the fact of life. The fact of life that you're death's creation. just like I always talk to kids about, the fact that you will be a kid for a much shorter period in your life than you will be an adult. And guess what? You will also be dead a lot longer than you'll be alive. So enjoy it while you can. Just don't be stupid about it. Looking at that tip. Now that's the one hard thing about the spinner, because you got to understand too with the spinner that the spinner is only going to spin when you hit it. Shit. There are some times that you're going to hit that spinner lane and go, woohoo, going to get to my 50 grand. And that spinner was sitting horizontal instead of vertical. So it don't spin at all. You're wondering why you ain't getting your 50 grand. Well, that's why. You're not hitting the spinner, you're hitting the lane. Alright. I got a couple more in me. So what happens after 9 o'clock? I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. I'm not going after those targets ever again. It's a waste of my dumb sucker ass thing. Or I'm just stupid. 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 So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus from now on the left flipper on the right multi-ball and try to use the right flipper to hit the center multi-ball. The biggest problem with the Rampage multi-ball that you see is that there is way, way, way too much work for what you get paid. Which multi-ball do you think I want? Especially with 3 minutes left in the game. Nice crisp 2 mil. Just remember, kids, random. And one thing that's nice is that random, and don't quote me because I don't know if it's correct for all, but some games, playing in a non-extra ball environment, you get points for the extra balls that you get.
Oh, second chance.
Oh dear Lord, hit that shoot again, please.
Ace high.
God, that sucks. That totally sucks balls. Sucks silver fucking pinball. I consider that a failure. No, I don't want saloon lids.
Big
Sloppy
boys
slappy.
think they can beat a girl up this
what
easy.
the whole thing.
They always change their minds after the third time.
Done with sales too. That sucks. That sucks. I had the potential of, you know, at least a 50 mil game. Instead, I wind up with 28. So I'm regressing. All right, so we're gonna take a time out on this one. GamingGodfather, having a fun time playing another one of my wonderful tournaments. Oh, results of my tournament are done, and I took third place, respectfully. The top three were pretty good. And how about that? You get 20 XP even for placing in your own tournament. That's hilarious.
Tournaments. Tournaments.
All right, so we'll go back to Wild West Rampage a little bit later today. Thanks for listening. Again, GamingGodfather, I hope this tutorial for the Wild West Rampage game helps you become a better player, and look forward to you checking out the next video, which should be coming out real soon. Have a great one. High scores to all of you.